Hello everyone, the third session of Crota's Q&A. Now thank you for everyone who answered or asked a couple quick questions, and one of the questions was regarding gas management and how to avoid being gas locked. I tried to figure out how to deliver a really just well-educated, very coherent version of that particular question, and I figured that I just couldn't do it. So what I decided to do is I wrote up just a little article for SC Legacy, and then I posted it on their main site. So if you want to, you can go ahead and check out the article on the link. There's going to be a link in the description of this particular video, so you can find it and read up on it. Now, a couple things to talk about in this particular a couple things to talk about in this particular video. One, the new content patch and the new balance patch. And balance 1.1 will be coming out soon, and we'll be getting to that in just a moment. One of the things that I've recently been reading up is the number of conversations regarding Terran being overpowered. Now, I thought I would like to chime in on this whole entire discussion, but I wanted to raise the bar just a little bit more as opposed to just saying, oh, OMG, it's OP. So here's my version of trying to raise the level of the conversation. I decided to write a couple haikus for StarCraft 2. Zerg is very fast. Mutalisk harass is strong. Thors just don't stop them. Banelings are a beast. Say goodbye to MMM. Terran not OP. Now, these are just my own haikus, and feel free to share your own haikus in the comment sections of this particular video. I would like to see and read what you guys think here. Now, moving on to the content patch and the balance patch. I'm really excited about this new balance patch just because it's showing that Blizzard is going to be very proactive in trying to fix any large issues. I do agree with a lot of the issues, Ultralists, battle cruisers, siege tanks, and Reapers, but I do have some concerns. In particular, I'm kind of concerned with the siege tank nerf just because of how it's going to affect the Terran versus Zerg play. Now, I do agree that the siege tank needs to be a little bit weaker against unarmored units. Zealots, Zerglings, those units need to be able to run by and swarm a siege tank and take it down. The problem is, with Zerg, the Hydralisk is also an unarmored unit, and the siege tank is supposed to counter the Hydralisk. So in that particular matchup, I think it's going to break it down a little bit further, and Terran is going to have an even more difficult time trying to stop the Hydralisk and trying to stop Zerg in general. If you take a look at the numbers and compare it back to StarCraft 1, I know they're completely different games, but comparing it back to StarCraft 1, the Hydralisk before did 10 explosive damage, so that's why Marines could actually counter them. But now the Hydralisk does a base damage of 12, and it's normal. So Hydralisk will now rip through light units, they rip through Marines, they rip through Hellions, they rip through Reapers. Reapers just don't have enough hit points. The Hellion matchup, it's just a lot more micro-intensive, and now that the Hellion has a range of 5 instead of a range of 6, a Hydralisk can easily shoot down a Hellion before the Hellion gets in range. So I do agree with the siege tank. I just hope that, and towards the end, this is just a prediction, that the Hydralisk get their damage changed to, say, 8+4 versus armored. That way, Hellions and Marines have a little bit of a better chance fighting against a Hydralisk now that the siege tank is weaker. I am happy about the Ultralisk losing the ram ability, though. The ram ability was one of those that just didn't really make sense. It looked good, but the Kaiser Blades actually did more damage over time, and especially when you took a look at Ultralisk trying to take down supply depots or in 2 buildings and tightly together, the Kaiser Blades definitely did a lot more damage. The final thing that I'm concerned about in this particular patch is the Zealot build time being increased by another 5 game seconds. Now, I know that it looks very minimal, but in a lot of the Korean replays that I've recently been seeing, Marauders, one Marauder getting into a Protoss base causes a lot of problems for the Protoss base, and now that early Zealot will not be able to get there for just some sort of pressure, some sort of harassment on that Marauder to be microed, and it may turn out to be a little bit more dangerous. Perhaps if the concussive shell research was added, it took maybe another 20 units of time, and that may actually work out better. So yeah, go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Also, go ahead and share your own haikus with me in the comment sections of this particular video. Once again, thanks. Hope to see you guys on Battle.net.